Welcome to the podcast, Peace Hands Podcast. Just give us a introduction of yourself and what you do.
Okay.
Terrible introduction.
Well, hey world, how you doing? I'm Tanja Ogilvie. I am a professional hairdresser, have been for about like 30, going on 30 years this year. July 31st will make 30 years that I've been a hairdresser. I'm 48 years old, a single mother of two, and I'll just say that like I got my inspiration to be an entrepreneur from my dad. He was just like a man that took a lot of risk and did a lot of things over his life, and that kind of inspired me because I'm a nonconformist. I'm creative, I'm quirky, I don't do politics, and I'm just one of them people that I just like to dance to the beat of my own drum. So, and I'm a creative entity, and I don't know, I just liked watching him, like follow his dreams. He wasn't like a in the box kind of person, he just kind of did what he wanted to do, and it appeared to me that he was successful, at everything he tried. So that kind of motivated me to want to do that myself. Um,
That's
I
awesome.
thank you. I
What
I've
sort of
been cutting
things?
hair.
What
Go
sort of
ahead.
things did your dad? Was your dad like kind of working with? Sounds like he was kind of maybe all over the place.
He was all over the place. So like my dad left home at 17 and joined the military. So he had 22 years of service in the Navy. And then after that, my dad owned a restaurant. He graduated from college summa cum laude, so he was a smart man. He did quality control work. He did work with the military besides his years of service.
Wow,
Um, he sold real estate. He flipped houses. Um, he did
that's
some
awesome.
illegal stuff at some point in time, but like
Yeah.
brought himself back to the right side. My dad was a risk taker and he was a dreamer. So like anything that he wanted to do or wanted to try, he did. And I gravitated to that because that's me. I'm free thinking and, the creative energy, like almost like a butterfly, I guess. Just, you just keep metamorphosizing yourself into whatever you want to do. So I just seen him
Mm.
live out his dreams and live unapologetically. And so that have resonated with me throughout my whole life. It's kind of funny because my mom is like exact opposite. So she's one of them people regimented and, everything has a place or whatever. And I was like, I love my mom, but I'm more
Yeah.
like my
For
mom.
sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
So
sort of balanced each other out.
for a time while they were married for like 24 years and then they got divorced. And, like I was probably just almost out of high school when they got divorced. And then I didn't really understand at the time, like most kids don't, but like as a grown woman now, I understand what it was. My dad, he needed somebody to believe in his dreams. And I'm not saying my mom didn't believe in him, but she was more, everything by the book. So
Right,
that's
right, right, right.
that's
More
what broke them up.
conservative, less risk, like a more risk at first, maybe.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, but I don't know. It's great being your own boss, like if you're a person that you don't do like office politics and, the brown nosing and have to, you know, click with a certain group or whatever. I'm just not like that. I just want to just be free. I love everybody. I'm open to any and everything, all walks of life, people from different backgrounds and things like that. So I'm really open. And I think that has helped me, be able to get this far doing my own thing, just accepting things and knowing how to get through trials and tribulations and enjoy the ups and get through the downs and everything. Like it's been good. I could say I've been blessed because I've raised two kids by myself, being a hairdresser. I've traveled all over the world and have done a lot of things, so
Yeah,
I'm
that's amazing.
appreciative of it and still love it, still doing it.
That's what's up, Tanja. All right. I like it.
Yeah, so it's cool. Like I started cutting hair when I was 15. I used to cut my friend's hair in the high school locker room. And the crazy thing was I tried to go to college for like 2 years because I wanted to get into criminal psychology,
Mm-hmm.
which I still have an affinity for, but I
Oh
just didn't have
yeah.
an affinity for going to college.
Do you
Like I was
ever
over.
watch the podcast or listen to the podcast, the crime podcasts?
I haven't heard of that one. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Oh yeah, you should. Like they got really popular for a bit. Shoot, I forget the name of like the main one that started it all, but yeah, there's a lot of crime podcasts out there. I'm sure they're like
Yeah.
all pretty
So
similar.
do they deal with like true crime and stuff?
Yeah, like the first one was about this like murder of this girl or something in high school, and it was like like solving the mystery, and it was pretty dope. It was like really engaging.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. I'm gonna have to check it out. See, like my intent with what I
Serial. It's
wanted
called
to do,
Serial, I think.
serial, like S E
Serial
R
killer.
I A. Okay.
Yeah, like yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out. So like what I used to think was you have to think about it, especially like with serial killers. It's like another level of genius because you think about how they're able to get away with these crimes over and over. And so what I wanted to do was turn that energy from negative and dark to light and colorful, and maybe do like youth intervention to try to help those people change their lives to the betterment of, you know, they're just living instead of that dark side of killing and,
That's
you
super
know,
brave, man. I
violence.
wouldn't even want to like I'd be like, oh. But no, I mean I get we're all human and stuff, but yeah, that's the serial killer is like the point where it's like you're you're using your like intellect and like all these things like what it means to be human. You're using all of those things to like kill people and just like master that and 10,000 hour rule that
Right.
it's just like oh
But
man.
think about it. If you turn that into something positive, like how powerful would that be? You
Yeah,
know?
but
Like,
how would you turn like someone who's devoted so much to killing others into like something else?
well, I was gonna approach it from a youth perspective, not a grown ass man, like somebody young where their mind is still tangible, and
Yeah,
maybe you can get them to see another side of it. Cause like I think a lot of that stuff is produced from experience and what people have gone through. And oh yeah, it could be somebody has a mental health issue or schizophrenia or whatever, but like some of those people, they just been abused and they weren't nurtured or loved correctly, or nobody's paying attention to them. So if I did go into that kind of career, I was going to use that, just nurture that spirit into like a good side, or at least try, like
yeah.
I'm hopeful. I'm a positive person, so I feel like any situation can be turned around. I believe in mind over matter, and you can will yourself to stuff. So anything's possible.
Yeah, and I think that's really like right what you say about like the youth and like helping that out because once people grow up it's kind of like they get set in their ways a little, but when they're young you can
Right.
create a better environment so they don't like experience all the trauma and stuff or whatever they
Exactly.
experience to make them develop such a like negative
That
mind
ugly
world
nature.
book.
Yeah, you got to catch them before they hit that wall. Where it's like the point of no return.
It kind of reminds me of the Joker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right.
I felt
Exactly.
I wanted him to kill everyone. I was like, yeah, just kill everyone, man.
But I mean, I think any situation can be turned around. Like if you are open minded and you can accept like change, I think anything is possible.
Hmm.
I think your mind is so powerful, and you can will yourself out of being sick or bad situations or whatever. If you have a strong mind and a good sense and core. I just believe that for my own self. I've done it for myself, so that's why I believe it. I know it's to be true. I know some people don't think so, but I don't know, it works for me.
Yeah, I mean, the placebo effect is a very real uh phenomenon. And it's like when your mind believes something, it'll just kind of like make it true. And it's just like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's really, really, really weird.
it is weird, but I mean, like, how do you think people like have faith? And I don't know, you have to believe, and that's your
Yeah.
mind just controlling that. So I don't
When
know.
I
I just feel like anything's possible.
when I was younger, I always thought that faith was such a booby trap because it's like, oh yeah, you just have to believe and then all these good things will happen to you. So follow like our teachings and what we say.
Right.
Have faith.
Yeah. I
I'm like,
mean, I
what the
feel like
fuck?
that's something you gotta kind of experience too, like
Yeah,
it's all personal. Nobody can just tell you. It's all
right,
personal.
right. It is very personal.
Yeah, because if you fall into that trap, then I feel like that's how people kind of get brainwashed. It's like you have to
Well,
have your own.
that was my
Thing.
original look. When I was younger, that was kind of my look on religion. It was kind of like a brainwashing thing. And so
Right.
I was like, ugh, religion's terrible. Like, yeah. But
No, but I understand that. I get that.
yeah,
I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. So I'm led by what my discernment and my own individual, I don't know, my spirit tells me. I don't follow anything regimented or whatever, like I don't know. I feel like too, as a Black person, we were like, you know, because of slavery and stuff. I don't know if like the religion and Christianity and all that stuff is really truly what I'm supposed to believe in anyway. So that's why I go off my spirit, because it's more innately in me instead of somebody trying to teach me or tell me something.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
I
it's
feel the same
interesting
way.
though.
I was my parents kind of raised us to be like not specifically religious, but they exposed us to like religion and um we were part of the Unitarian Universalist Church, which is like they kind of try to incorporate all religions into their stuff somehow.
Yeah.
And my and yeah, even my parents, like my dad was raised like Hindu but not super strict, and my mom was raised Muslim but also not super strict. And so
Yeah.
when they got together, they're just like, I don't know, the religion was just kind of like very loose, like not. But my mom and dad were always like, or my mom at least was always very spiritual and always like kind of into the self improvement and kind of the spiritual aspects of
Yeah. She was
things.
still connected to something. but
Definitely,
but
yeah,
it wasn't like like religion. If you think about it, it's more like a practicing, or like, it's a process
yeah.
where spiritual is
There's more
free.
physical. There's more physical like rules, and it's a more defined thing.
Exactly, where spiritual could be anywhere and everything and nothing, and like it's so wide open. It's
Yeah,
not just in a category. You can't categorize it.
I like the like thought of us being um humans like walking through a spirit world, or like spirits walking through a human world or something like that. Like that's kind of
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah, I love that. That's me. That's how I am. It's more freeing, like it could be anything. You're
But
not
there is
you're not pigeonholed.
one thing that's nice about religion is you have like that. I think that's valuable to society, and because it's just like part of human nature is the community it brings together, and
Yes,
it creates that sense of community and belonging that people, you everyone, I think it's kind of just a need people have. It's one of the
definitely.
basic ones.
That's a human need for sure. Just like being nurtured or loved or accepted or belonging to something. I agree.
Yeah. So religion does a good job of that, but then it like but then it can have a dark side too, where it's like that in group out group mentality where like we're better than you or something like that.
Yeah, the judgmental side of religion. That's the part I don't like.
Yeah.
I grew up, I'm Christian based faith, and I grew up in Baptist church. And
Mm,
it used to be like you have to come to church with, like, women had to wear dresses, and you had to dress
yeah.
a certain. This is the old time. Now people come to church any kind of way, and if you're gonna accept somebody, you got to accept them where they're at. And that could be jeans and a t-shirt. Not everybody has fancy clothes to go to church or whatever, and honestly, that's just the outer layer. That's not talking about their heart or their spirit, or
Oh
their.
yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But some people in the old school, that's how it used to be. Like, if you didn't come to
Yeah.
church dressed a certain kind of way, they'd be looking at you all crazy and stuff. But now it's like you got to come as you are, because if that's authentically who you are, then that should be good enough.
Yeah, that's
But I
awesome.
don't even go to church anymore. It's so sad. I pray and I believe in God and stuff, but like that routine stuff, I'm not into it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like every Sunday or whatever.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm a heathen.
Yeah.
Yep.
So do
So
you participate at all in any like church or community stuff at all maybe?
it's been a minute. I
Yeah.
haven't in a long time. I feel bad about saying that, but no, I
Yeah.
don't.
It's
But
hard.
I
I
feel
don't
my community is in my service, like what I give to people, how I treat people. I feel like I am giving it, but it might not just be the normal way that you supposed to give. But I do a lot, in spirit and in service, just on my own, but not
yeah.
not through a church or
Well, you're
anything like
you're
that.
giving me your time right now, and thank you so much for that. To make a random
Yeah,
podcast, like that's awesome. Thank you.
no, this is fun. This is my first time doing anything online, Zoom or anything. So, like, you giving me something too. Now I'm not out the loop. I'm in the Zoom loop now. I
Yeah,
can
now
talk
you can
about
just
it.
send people links and just talk to them.
Right? It's cool. I
Yeah,
like it.
get a
Yeah,
whole
this new
group meeting
technology.
going. Hmm.
Hey, need to do that.
Yeah,
All
that's what
the
Zoom
all the
cool.
smokers,
Yeah, yeah, you can have like big smoke sessions, like 50
right?
people. And it's all
You wouldn't be
safe,
able to see anybody. The screen would be all smoky. We'd just be looking at big clouds of smoke.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah. But this is interesting. But like going back to the entrepreneur stuff, I
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I feel like anybody who is a dreamer, you should at least try. Like whatever drives your passion, you should try it, because I feel like you don't want to get to a point in life where you have regrets, or you are on that woulda, coulda, shoulda stuff. Like
I
whatever your
already
heart
feel that
desires.
way. I feel like, oh man, I'm so regretful, and I should have done this. I could have done this. Like, but there's still
You're
time,
still
so I
living.
gotta just do stuff now. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, do
I
it.
like this 3D printing thing right now. It's really awesome. You can just like think of stuff and just like print it out. It's
Yes.
like amazing.
Yeah, I'm just the type where I feel like you don't want to get to the end of your life, and then you're like, dang, I really wanted to do this and I really wanted to do that. Like, time waits for no one. So if you have a drive or passion for something, you better try it. Take a chance. You never know. You could become a millionaire or successful, or you'll feel something in yourself. You'll feel your passion, and you just don't want to live life and have any regrets. That's all I'm saying.
No,
And I feel
yeah.
like that's the big thing I got from my dad. He wasn't regretful about anything. He didn't care what people thought. He's gonna do him, and I love that. That really has resonated in my life. I think about like my mom. I love my mom. Like, I'm not saying nothing about her, but like I used to love to dance, right, when I was
Yeah,
younger.
yeah,
And she could not put me in any type of dance classes, because I told her maybe when I was 10 that I wanted to be a choreographer. And she's like,
yeah.
no, go to school and be a doctor or a lawyer. But like, hey, that wasn't me. That wasn't who I was. And so, like, now I'm 48 years old. I need to go take me a dance class, because I've never took a dance class. But
Oh
I have a
yeah.
daughter,
Oh
and
yeah.
I put her in dance class, and she got so much out of it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, man, this whole Corona thing, like I guess there's not many like really yeah, too many classes going on. Maybe outside classes, but I think they're pretty hard to come by.
Or you could do some online stuff, but I think that when
Yeah.
everything opens up, I might do that just to, feel that desire that I had
Have you ever thought
years
about
ago.
doing musical theater?
Nope, never.
Are you thinking
Never.
about it now?
Not for myself, but I have a daughter that's really creative like that, and she's interested
Yeah.
in stuff like that. So I push that stuff with my kids, like because I'm a dreamer and they're also creative entities. I push like, do it, just try it. You
How
got
old's
to
your
just try
daughter?
stuff. How old is she?
Uh-huh.
15.
So you're gonna have to take her everywhere anyway.
No, she's gonna be 16 in like 3 weeks. She got a car. She'll be able to drive
Okay,
herself.
okay. All right, all right, all right.
I bought
No,
her
but
a car, so
I'm
she
just
just has
saying
to get her
it's a nice
license.
thing for families to do too. A lot of times a mom and a daughter will do the play together, and it's just it's
Yeah.
just a nice fun thing. The first play I did, my mom did it with me when I was like a kid, and it was pretty fun.
Okay.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, that's cool. And what was
Yeah,
your character? Who
I
were
was just
you?
like a random ass kid, just like playing and like doing a
Okay.
certain merry circle. I just remember doing that, and then a
That
lot of
sounds like
playing
fun.
cards in the back in the green room.
Right. Well, that's an idea. We'll have to see what happens once everything opens back up and they start letting people do that stuff again. That might be an idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
100%.
yeah, for you too, you better get out there and anything that you ever wanted to do, you better push the limits and go ahead and do it.
Yeah, it's so hard to get started on things. I just like I'm a terrible procrastinator. I just procrastinate like I'm very good at procrastination actually. It's like a skill.
Who's not? Right. That is an acquired skill. Believe me, I think we all have that issue. So you're not by
Yeah.
yourself.
I
Yeah.
still have to get that trick wrapped around my head where I can procrastinate about procrastinating. Sometimes I can kind of do that, but it's
Well, I'm gonna say go for what you know. Just
yeah.
put that toe out there and try it and see what happens. It might be cold, but it's okay. Just go. Go for it.
All
Do
right.
it. Yeah. Yep. Do it. Try it.
I
I
will, Tanja.
recommend that to
I will.
anybody. You better. I'm gonna hold you to that too.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
hold me
ask
to
you.
it. I'll do it.
Yeah, you gotta like maybe think about the top three things that you wanted to do your whole life and start with number one and just attempt and see what happens. You never know. You might
Well,
really like it.
I have this goal. I want to make a play, but
Okay.
I keep procrastinating on writing the script. Like I do it in bits and pieces, but it's just like it's hard to sit down and just like do it. I can't
Right.
I can, but it's just like I never end up doing it. It's like keep putting it off, put other things. But I also have other things going on too that I'm also interested in too. So it's like excuses, but also like semi-valid excuses. But it's also I also waste a lot of time. It's poor time management.
And prioritizing what is a priority, and then
Yeah.
too, like your creative energy, like maybe you gotta do something to help cultivate the idea to help push it forward, because I get like that too. I'll be like, oh, I want to do this, and then I just either don't have the energy or it's not cultivated some way, or I don't know.
So I have a
It's
question
life
for you.
sometimes. Yes.
What's some do you have any like time management tricks or like what's your general time management strategy?
I suck at time management. Suck.
Yeah,
That is the
it's
worst.
tough. I feel like I need a
That's the worst.
secretary. That would be
Hello?
dope.
Right. I suck at time management, but like with the hairdressing, it is time conscious. So I've gotten a lot better over the years.
Mhm. And it
And
forces you to be.
I'm yes, like I'm usually late, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, they removed the 40-minute limit. Thanks, Zoom.
Yeah,
Wow, we've
I
been going for
know.
40 minutes.
It didn't seem like it.
How's your hair person? Do they need to?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in and check on her. And plus my battery is getting low. So I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
we have to do us a part two or something now
Yeah,
that we know how to do
definitely.
this.
We'll
Yeah,
definitely
this
do a
was
part two.
cool.
This was really good. I really liked learning about your dad and your inspirations and stuff. That's really awesome.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
sharing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. My dad, he passed away like 2 years ago, and I have like a big void in my life right now because he's gone. But he instilled a lot of good things in me. I miss that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shout
But
out to your dad.
thank you, Big Cecil up in the sky.
Cecil. Whoop, whoop.
Right. So, are you going to Oakland tonight, or are you in Santa Clara?
Working from home.
Oh, okay. You're doing the computer, huh?
Yeah, I can just take a shower, sit down, get to
Oh, okay.
going.
Well, that's easy. Well, I
It's
got to go in
definitely
and
convenient.
drive at 6.
All right,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay. Well, we can do this again. I liked it. I enjoy you. And you know, you're such a sweetheart. I love you so much.
Love you too, Tanja. Thanks for doing the podcast. And till next time, peace heads
All
out.
right. Yeah.